Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of our Full Shop Challenge here on Hobo's Hollow. This is the series where we're going to buy every single thing in the vehicle shop, every tool as well. We're going to buy every field on this 4X map, run every single crop, yes, even the brand new premium DLC crops, and we're also going to do every single type of in-game production chain. I'm not going to do any modded ones as of yet, but today we're going to start off by selling all the bread. I did get all this loaded up painstakingly slow with this forklift because I don't even have super strength on this playthrough, so that took a while. Definitely want to look into getting some auto load at some point, but let's have a look and see where this is going. Hobo's Farmers Market, which is down here in the bottom left. Again, 4X map, so that is a long journey. Let's get ahead and start on it. Which way do I need to go? Gonna turn left. And then I'm just gonna follow this main road, take a left after field 19 and take that all the way down. We're gonna be planting canola. So after we sell this bread, we've also got to sell our corn, which is in our silo. We've also got some greenhouse goods. I haven't decided if I want to sell those yet or not. That's lettuce, tomatoes, and whatever the other one is, I forget. Strawberries. We've also, after that, we're going to be doing canola, seeding canola. We've got fields 1, 2, 3, and 4 down here in this section, and we're going to be putting canola on all of them. As you can see, we've got $240,000, so in addition to that, we're also going to be selling, again, the bread, the corn, potentially the greenhouse stuff, so we could be up to $350,000, $400,000, maybe even $500,000. So first off, I'm going to be wanting to buy land. I do have the money for that right now, so I'm just going to buy field 5. We're going to just kind of work up in order, at least for now. We don't have to always do that, but there we go. I own field 5, and I have very few dollars left to my name. The reason I bought that so hastily is it's got canola, and I'm planting canola on all of my fields, so it is a purchase of opportunity, I guess you could call it. Which way do I need to go here? Need to take a right and then a quick left after that. Right, so depending on how much money we make, could be looking at getting another tractor. Could be looking at maybe a harvester. Who knows? We'll figure it out. Again, I'm going to be buying every single vehicle and tool in the shop, so it's not a matter of what, but a matter of when. Who knows? We may also be looking into a contract. Right now it's just cultivating stuff, and I don't want to do that right now, so we're not going to. I tell you, this drive takes a while. It's a good thing I'm not doing a 16x map, because that would be absurd. $4X is plenty big enough for me. Depending on how quickly we get through things today, we may also be rolling the fields, the canola fields, after they're seeded. I have a habit of saying everything I want to do for an episode and then not even doing half of it because stuff takes longer than I think it will, especially on a 4X map, but hopefully we'll at least get all the canola in the ground. And we are running Precision Farming DLC, which means I'll need to check Field 5 because I've never owned it. I need to make sure everything's looking nice and good with that. Right, let's go ahead and open this puppy up so we can watch all our beautiful bread that we've been making for a long time get sold. Wow, that's anticlimactic. I missed the correct sell point. We're supposed to be going for this one down here. Alright, here we go. The moment of truth. $134,000 plus a $10,000 environmental score reward. That's what we like to call big money. Fantastic. We've already made back over half of what we just spent. That's really good. Really, really good. So now I can afford to buy the soil information of Field 5. I guess that was only 4,000. That wasn't as expensive as I thought it'd be. What are we working with here? Ooh. So we're going to want to spread some fertilizer on that. The lime is bad, but you can't fix that after you plant, so going to want to get our Fendt favorite 515C. That's kind of our spraying tractor. We got the narrow tires on it. I don't really use it for anything other than spraying and some light chores and, you know, quality work around the farm. Doesn't really do any field work other than spraying, of course. We'll have to get that thing out there to put down some nitrogen. But the next order of business is definitely going to be selling the corn. It is January, which is the month that corn sells the highest, so I need to make sure that gets done before anything else. So let's head back to the farm. Oh, here's our grain mill. Not this one, but the next one over. We're going to leave the flat deck. Not this ain't the flat deck. What's this called? A pallet trailer? Shipping trailer. We're going to leave this thing right here because, as you can see, I have a mother load of flour to get in here. So let's go ahead and get that thing ready. Again, the forklift is still at the bakery all the way up in town, so I'm not going to be loading it up today, but it would be good to get it done at some point. Thankfully, and I do mean this because I am really tired of loading up flour, thankfully the bakery still has a ton of flour in it, so it'll be making bread for several months. Honestly, it can handle, I mean, that's probably like not quite a year, but probably pretty close to it, worth of flour stored up in the bakery. So that is fantastic. Right, I will leave this here, head back to the farm and get the trailer filled up with corn, and we'll figure out where we're selling that. I'm back here on the farm with the corn ready to sell. Let's just figure out where it's going. It says it's going to the cereal factory, but we're not actually going to take it right now because I'm bringing back liquid fertilizer for this, our Fendt favorite 515C. It did have herbicide in it. We don't have any liquid fertilizer here at the farm, so I figured as I'm taking the forklift back to the grain mill, we're right next to the shop and we're going to pass by our farm, so we may as well grab some pallets and take them back with us. So that is the cereal factory where we're going to be taking the corn. I just wanted to let you guys know that's what I'm doing with the forklift. So we're going to be killing two birds with one stone there, getting the forklift back to the grain mill so it can load up the flour into the covered trailer. And we're also getting liquid fertilizer for our spraying tractor to spray to fertilize the Field 5 with the canola that we just bought. And I'll just jump cut to selling the corn. We are going to have to take 2 trips. It won't be 2 full trips, but oh, looks like the lettuce is better going to sell now too at the campsite, so we'll see if we can sell that one too. There's a lot going on right now. It is busy, busy, busy. Yeah, it'll hold 33,000 liters. There's 25,000 liters. The corn trailer will, so not a full second load, but it will still need a second load. So let's go ahead and get on that and get some things knocked out because there's a lot to do right now. Right, here's load 1 of corn at the cereal factory. We're going to see how much we make from it. I'm not going to look at the time-saving stock check mod to tell me because I just want to be genuinely surprised. I don't own this cereal factory, although I could eventually. I will eventually. So I am getting money for it. I'm not turning it into cereal and then getting money later on. Not yet. Wow. That's pretty good. 46,000 plus a $3,700 environmental score. Let's go get the second trailer. Again, not a full trailer like that one was, so we won't quite get that 45,000, but it'll still be a pretty good amount. And here's the moment of truth for load number 2. $35,000 plus a $2,800 bonus. Still really solid money. We're up to $229 after buying Field 5. So we've also got the greenhouse productions to sell. Some of that will be sold this month. Some of it will be sold next month. Let's just look specifically at what we're going to be doing. It looks like all of them are at a good price or a great price. So I think I'll sell the... I don't know. We'll figure it out. Are these all going to the same place? No. Right, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to just set them all to selling. I guess I can do that from this screen. I'm silly. So that it sells the extra stuff. And then the pallets that have spawned now, I'll just load up on our trailer and take to get sold. I am not going to get quite as good of a price for the stuff in there as I would if I threw it all on a trailer and took it to the best areas to sell, but that's okay. I can live with that. I'm honestly kind of tired of packing up pallets and shipping them off to be sold, so we're going to do something a little bit different, which is spray the canola on Field 5. Because as you can see, the nitrogen is lacking pretty severely. Not as bad as my other fields, but those haven't been planted yet. I'm not sure how much this is going to take. I hope it's not a bunch, but we will see. And who knows, it could be that canola just doesn't need much fertilizer, so it's actually perfectly fertilized right now. Oh, I am going the wrong way. I'm used to going this way to get to all my fields, but gonna have to get used to going different ways once I start buying more fields. These old tractors and their turning radiuses, man. Had to do a 3 or 5 point turn there instead of just turning around all in one solid motion like I could with a newer modern tractor. That's kind of part of the fun, I guess, but still. It's a good sized field. It's not huge, but it's plenty big enough for our equipment. Let's go ahead and turn that on. Okay, so it actually does need a fair bit of fertilizer. It's a good thing that I'm doing it right now. And this is, of course, not the easiest for either you or me to see, so it will likely be done in a jump cut. After spraying the field, though, I will be moving forward. We may throw the pallets from the greenhouses on a trailer and sell them. We may honestly just leave them for now until we really need some money in a pinch. I'll probably sell them, to be honest. I'll try and show the selling on camera just so everyone knows exactly where all my money's coming from, including myself if I forget. Have to go back and watch the recordings to figure out why I've got a certain amount of money. I know I've done that before, but yeah, I'll try and show that on camera. And then, what's the first month we can plant canola? March, so yeah. Likely just gonna finish spraying this, get those greenhouse products sold, and then next thing you know, we will be seeding canola. We do need to buy something with our money though, so may have to look into a planter, like a bigger air seeder, or maybe a bigger harvester. Who knows? Another tractor. We'll figure it out. Right, so as you saw there, our money just jumped from 229 to 271,000. Just wanted to show that on camera because I knew it wasn't going to say much about it, but that was, of course, all the excess produce from the greenhouse. We had several thousand liters stored up of each kind for both greenhouses. Now we're down to 0, so it did sell all of those in bulk. And all that's left is to load up the stuff that is spawned and sell it on a on a trailer, not a pallet. I did forget, I don't have super strength, so I have to drive this guy all the way back to the farm. To sell those pallets, which is quite frustrating because I just drove it from the main farm all the way here. So maybe I ought to buy a second forklift or a skid steer loader or something. That's 56 grand. I don't really want to spend all of that right now. This guy's only 35,000. I will wait. We'll continue to use this one. I'll get it back to the farm and then we'll just get those pallets sold. Where does this stuff get sold? I think it's right here. There we go. Try and get everything in there at once. Not a ton. We'll see exactly what it is. 12,095. So yeah, around 13,000. Bringing our total up to 284,000. Let's just make sure we don't have any loans to pay back. We don't. Now I gotta decide what to buy. And since we're gonna be seeding next, well, first let's have a look at the harvesters. I don't think there's going to be anything we can really buy in this price range. I mean, we could get this one, this New Holland, which would be pretty sweet. But we can't even afford the header, too, unless we go with a loan. Yeah, and I can't afford anything big, so harvesters are going to have to wait. Could do a new seeder since we're going to be seeding next anyways. And this Bedner one caught my eye. It's a mounted seeder, which means it kind of like sits right on the back of your tractor, but it doesn't have a tank to store the seeds. It goes with this guy, and it'll just mount right on the back of that. And those are some meaty tires in the back there. So I think this is what I'm gonna do. Let's do Michelin's extra weight, 41,000. Plus 72,000. And then this Fendt will be running that seeder, and the John Deere 4755 with the rear duals will be running the actually I'm not sure which one it is that we have. The Horsch Pronto 6-meter seeder. It's a little underpowered, the John Deere is, because the seeder requires 200 and the John Deere only is 190, but the rear duals give you extra horsepower. This is proven scientific fact. No, it's not. They just look really good. But still, it can handle it. Come on now. As long as it's not too hilly. And my game plan for right now is we're going to put the John Deere on 2 and 3, and the Fendt will do field 1 and field 4, probably. And I'll probably put them both together at some point so that we can get a nice cinematic shot. Ooh, something I did just think about. I don't think this is direct drill. Yeah. Shoot. So I did plow some fields. 4 and then this half of 2. Is that right? No. I did all of this. So scratch what I just said. We're going to have to do some cultivating. I have $171,000 left though, so could buy a cultivator. Let's look into that. So I'm really liking this one here, also new with the premium expansion that just came out. Also expensive, $95,000, but it'll do 10.5 meters at 11 miles an hour. So I think I'm going to buy that one. And if I just go on up to the store to see what we've got our new disc harrow, which is going to till the ground so that we can seed it with our brand new seeder. And it's an interesting design, kind of a trailed tanker, and this thing can also be hooked up to other seeders. I believe it would work with that. And then if there's like a cultivator or a disc harrow like this Joker 8RT, that you can add a seeder unit onto it, so that it can cultivate and seed. You can literally just attach this tank onto the front of it so that it is able to just have extra storage. So it's an interesting take on seeding, and yeah, all 3 of these machines are brand new with the premium DLC, which did come out again a week ago. I've been doing lots of videos on it on my channel. I think I only have like 3 out right now, but this worker missed quite a bit. Yeah, I started a premium expansion DLC playthrough, so feel free to check that one out if you want to. There is going to be a link in the description of this video to check that out. Right. It's new, so I kind of want to try all the machines out. And I'm not going to get to all of them in the premium expansion playthrough, because that's more about showcasing the map and the vegetables and the equipment. It's not about buying everything and driving with everything. That's what this series is about. So in time we will have everything, but for now gotta pick and choose, and I've picked and chosen the few machines that I've grabbed. So yeah, as I've said a few times now, we'll move on forward and see what we can do about a time lapse and maybe a montage. So I hope you guys enjoy it. Okay, this tiny little strip here is the end of the fields that have already been cultivated. They were technically plowed and or subsoiled. And as this seeder is not direct drill, all I can do is stuff that's already been cultivated or subsoiled or plowed. So I'm going to go ahead and put this one back. Why are those putting pallets down? I switched them back to storing? Okay. I thought I still had those greenhouses set to sell, but I must have them set to storing. I'm going to change them, I think. There must have been a reason why I did that. And since I can't remember it, I'm just going to put it back. So that'll probably annoy me. Because whenever I remember what the reason is that I set them to storing, I'm going to be sad that I took them off of it, I'm sure. Right. I think it's about time we get ourselves one of these puppy dogs. My equipment is getting far too dirty. As far as how this seeder works, pretty good. It's 9 meters wide, so it's 3 meters wider than my current seeder. Of course, I guess they're both current seeders now. My older seeder was 6 meters, this one is 9. And the tank is a lot bigger, 5,000 liters. That's 5 big bags of seed. Unfortunately, you can't get any fertilizer, but I've got the big fertilizer spreader over there, the Amazon. It's not big, it's the smallest, but it can reach 42 meters, so it is very wide, almost 5 times as wide as the seeder. These weights are always, they always take so long to clean off for some reason. That's good enough. These are some thick tires, and they are low pressure. You can see them kind of warping to fit the ground. Let's get this put away for quite a while. Not sure which crop I'm going to do after these are ready. Let's just have a look and see. Because the canola will likely be ready June, July, or August, which means I can plant maybe soybeans. If it's July when I can harvest and I plant soybeans, I'll do that. So that way I can harvest there and still be able to plant one of these 4 crops up here, or just wait for the next year and plant one of these. And yes, we'll get to those in time, but not right now. As for this field, this is the last field I've got to plant. You can see we've got canola on all 4 of these fields. This one is getting close to halfway done, but not quite there. I am not going to finish that this episode. I may do it off camera. I may finish it at the beginning of next episode. I'm not sure, but next episode will be all about getting ready for harvest. I don't think we'll have time to start harvest. We'll just get ready. So we'll spray off the weeds that are going to grow on the fields. We will fertilize the 2 fields that I planted with the other seeder that didn't have fertilizer. And who knows, we may even pick up a contract for some easy money. Or maybe not so easy money, depending on the size of the contract. As you can see, these fertilizing contracts make some serious money. I mean, $29,000 is huge. So, yeah. We'll be looking at all of that next episode, as well as whether or not there's anything we need to sell. I don't think there is, but there could be. Could get, about $30,000 worth of bread, which would be pretty good. But that's where I'm going to leave this one. I hope you guys did enjoy it. Feel free to comment below any suggestions. Give me any feedback you'd like to. They're greatly appreciated. I try to respond to them as quickly as I can. And yeah, if you feel so inclined, feel free to leave a like and subscribe. That's greatly appreciated. It's absolutely free, and you can take it back anytime you want to if you change your mind. So I will be seeing you guys next time, but that's all I got for now. Peace.